Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a car that moves. So in this example, not only did the wheels turn, but if you use the arrow keys, it will go forward and side to side and whatever else. This one's moving kind of slow. I'm not really sure why. I think my computer is just lagging some. But what we're going to do is I'm not going to show you how to make what the car looks like, which I could, but instead I want to show you how to use Sketchyphysics to actually make it move around and stuff. Okay? Alright, so start a new document. Nope. And what I'm going to use is instead of making something, oops, sorry about that. If I type in car, I'm just going to use this third one. It's a simple one. Oh, and by the way, if you click the picture instead, it'll download it right in your model. You don't have to click on the text because then it'll go to Google Warehouse. But I'll bring that in here. Okay. And there's our car. Great. I can get rid of my components now. Okay, and what I'm going to do is explode it. Alright, and now it's still the car. I'm going to explode it again. Basically, I want to get down to the wheels. Alright, so I'm going to click on the wheels here. I'm going to hold down Shift and select just the wheels. I'm going to scroll around, use my mouse, and then I'm going to move those back. Because that's all I want to deal with at this moment, okay? Keep it on the red axis when you do that, alright? Alright, because you're going to move it back at some point. Okay. So here's the wheels, and it's all about the wheels. The car is just going to be kind of floating on top. It's not really important right now. Okay. Okay. So here's our front wheels, and here's our back wheels. Maybe we should look like this. So it makes more sense too. All right. So what we're going to do is these are just components now, and that's what we want to keep them as. But what we want to do is make sure we're grabbing the center of these. So if you try to draw the center from the component, it doesn't really work too well. You're going to have to go inside of it. So double click on it and zoom in, and we can find the center. So just go from end to end here, and right now you can't see it. Kind of annoying. I don't really want to do that though either. So let's maybe we go from like here to here. Is that the center? Probably. I'm hoping so. Looks about the center. Okay, and then I'm going to take a line and I want to draw it straight out. So that means I need to stay on the green axis. All right, just going to draw it out little ways like this. All right, so what does that do for us? Well, it gets us the center, and it does it on all four of them. We don't actually need these surfaces anymore, so I'm going to delete them. I want to get it back to looking like the wheel it was. Oh, don't want that. Undo, Control Z. All right, there we go. That looks better. Now I'm going to double click out of the component, so I just have this. Looks perfect. All right, the next thing I want to do is, all right, so these are the back wheels. So the back wheels, I'm going to use a motor. This is a rear wheel drive car, and I'm going to click once and bring it out. Click again. There it is. All right, and what I want to do is click on it once, but then hit this little UI button. All right, and here's the settings you're going to use. Max Excel. Right now it's actually going in the opposite direction, so we're going to do -10. -10. All right, and for this, I'm going to call it, ooh, what was that again? I think it's 0.5 dash, and then in parentheses here, put in righty with a Y at the end. Okay, I'm going to click off that now. And let's hit play and see if it works. So, well, this doesn't work. Of course it doesn't. What am I doing? Well, what I forgot to do is join it. So I'm going to click on that joint, hit this little joint connector, click on the joint, hold down Control, and click on the wheel. Now let's see if that works. So what should happen now is I should be able to use my mouse and it should start turning, or my keyboard, or reversing. Very useful. Alright, so you want to do the same for the back right one here, but not the front ones, so keep that in mind, alright? Alright, you can see that my settings are still up, and that's the same ones I'm going to use. Again, it's very important to use motor and not hinge. Hinge is used for something, hinge is going to be used for the front wheels. Alright, so again, if you didn't catch that, you can click on that joint, and this one's going to be positive direction, so 10, because that's where the arrows are pointing. We want it to rotate forward 10 and not -10. And this one can be 0.5 dash righty. Alright, little bracket at the end there. And that one should work too. and I gotta join it. Gotta make sure you join it. Click on it once. After I hit the joint key, hold down Control and click the wheel. Let's hit play. If I pull forward or backwards, it's working. Yay. Okay, and at this good time to save as. Please save as. I'm going to call this one car 3 because I've already made 2 other ones. And there we go. So that's the back wheels. We're golden. All right, and then the front wheels. We're going to use not motor. We're going to use just a hinge because this is a front wheel drive car. So it looks very similar, and it's going to behave much in the same way. One's like bluish purple, and the other one's purplish blue. It's very close in color. All right, so for this one, I'm going to click on it once. That's all going to stay the same. We're good there. So just got to join it. So I'm going to click that, hold down Control, click the joint, and we're good there. Okay. All right, let's go to the other side. Same thing. Not motor. Got to use a hinge. Going forward. Clicking on it. Joining. Click on the joiner. Control on the. Hold down Control and click on that. Hold on Control and click on that. All right. So that should be good. So if I hit play, those should just stay there. I can go forward or backwards, and those front wheels should not move. Okay. They could spin if I like grab my hand, but that's all I should be doing. Okay. Are we good so far? All right. Now let's make these front wheels turn. Now, this is kind of tricky. But I'm going to grab this servo, and I'm going to go in right there and click up like this. So my servo looks like that. All right. Now that makes sure we're in the center of the wheel, but let's bring it up so we can work on it a little bit and basically bring it up on the blue axis. All right. I'm going to go to right here, and I'm going to kind of center it up on the wheel. It doesn't really have to be perfect, but it should be centered up. Please do it from the side so you can actually see it. Don't try to do it from this angle because it's going to be more difficult. All right, let's do that on this side too. All right. So, or I could. It is centered up from the other one, so what I really could do is just use my move tool, grab this one, tap Control, and put it over there. Now, I want to make sure I get pretty close to center. I don't have to get it precise, but the closer to center it is, the better it's going to drive for you. All right, if you want to find the center of the wheel, maybe that's a good idea. I don't want to take the time in this video, though. All right. All right. Okay, so that's that. Now, how do you connect this? Well, what we need now, this seems kind of crazy, but we need a block to fit on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a block next to this wheel, and I'm going to just kind of get it very close to the same size as the wheel. I guess you'd say a little bit smaller is okay. So something like, not really resizing the best here. Little tall there, buddy. So just double click on it, and you could just push down the top. Something like that. Okay. And I'm going to take that, and I'm going to move it up. And I'm going to move it in. Sorry to take a break there. Okay. So once that block's in place, then what I want you to do is grab that block. All right. And hold on Shift, grab the joint, all right, and right click and do make group. So now if I play it, it should fall, and that's what we want. Okay. Now, once you get your servo directly above it, what you'll want to do is click on the servo, click on the joiner. I'm sorry, click. Well, you got to click the joiner first, and then as I hold on Control, I can just click on the block, and it's actually grabbing all of it now. So if I hit play, what it should do is it should turn left and right here with the servo. Okay, that's what it should do. If it doesn't do that, then you miss a step or mess something up and go back. And the thing is that shouldn't turn like that. Cars don't turn by that much. So go minimum -30 and maximum of 30, and this other stuff's okay except for the controller. Erase that, and what you want is what is it again? I think it's right X. All right, let's hit play on that. So yeah, now I can use my keyboard and it can move left and right instead of using this control panel down here. Okay, that's what we want. So do the other thing, same thing for the other side. I'll do it again right now. If not, you can just skip ahead if you get both of them to work correctly. Okay. So again, you will um, first need to create a block. That block needs to be the same size, by the way. So let's grab this block right here, and I am going to make a copy of it just by using the move tool here. I'm going to tap control. Oh, see, it's grabbing stuff with it though. We really don't want that. So let's double click into this and just grab the block. Alright, so I'm going to use the move tool and kind of move this thing out. Hit control so you keep that one there. Or just create a block the same size. It's not a big deal, okay? You know what? Never mind. I don't want to do it that way either. I don't want to screw you up. So let's do this. Let's just copy that block, okay? And then click out. Go to this size and then paste that block. You know what I should have done? I probably should have just, actually measured it. All right, or made two before that. Grab the midpoint. Don't rotate it though. Grab the midpoint of this beast here. Put it on there like that. That way you can't really screw it up. Put it in there like that. Oops, here, that's really not the midpoint, is it? They tried to trick me with their tomfoolery. Alright. And then it's got to be centered up too. So if I grab midpoint there, something like that, it should look very close to the center, okay? If it's not, then the wheel's not going to really move quite right, okay? Your car will bounce around. Alright, so then what I got to do is hold down Shift, grab that, so I'm selected both, right click, and group. And if I hit play, what does it do? It falls down. That's what we want. And now grab this joint, hit the joiner button, grab the joint again, hold down control, and click. Oop, sorry, thank you for that warning. Click the block, okay, and those are now joined. So I hit play. It should do something like that. That's really strange. I hope that's right. Okay. And then if I click on this joint over here, it says it's the same. It's strange. This one should be, that's strange. I'm not really sure what to think now, guys. I'm just going to keep going and see what that happens. It's pretty interesting. Okay, well, anyways, I'm going to go in here, though, and I'm going to go into one of these components now. I don't need that line anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that, and now no other lines are there. So let's test it out. So right now, if I hit play, I can go left and right, and it should go left and right. Ooh, I know what's happening. This is connected to the other servo still. That's not good. Let's delete this servo here and create our own. Now it's because I copied that one over and it thinks it's the same one. So this might be a little tedious for you guys, but grab that center again. Grab that servo that's supposed to go straight up. Should look like that. Move it in till it's on the surface. And then move it straight up. Make sure it's going straight up too. You want to stay on the blue. And then try to center it up on the wheel. If it's not perfectly centered, it's not going to really work too well. Alright. Okay, so that's there. Height-wise, not a big deal. It doesn't really matter that much, so I'm just going to leave it alone. But let's do this now. So I'm going to use the joiner. Control, hold that, click on the block, hit play. Let's see if this is working now. Let's go left. See, that one's going left and right now. That's good. But it's really not moving with the keyboard yet. So again, what I'll need to do is change this to -30. This one to +30. And change this to right X. Alright. Then hit play. Alright, going left and right. Oh, now the other one's not working. What am I doing wrong? Alright, I think I figured it out. This servo wants to be with that one and that one. Can't do that. So I'm going to unfortunately have to delete this one. But what I can do is I can put another servo right with it in the exact same position. That's the good news. So I'm just going to draw another servo here and make sure I line it up the same as the other ones. Okay, so I'm going to line it up right there, and then go a little higher. And what I can do is, well, I'm not even sure which one's the real one now, shoot. But if you use your joiner and you click on one of these, it'll show you which one it's joined to. See, this one's joined to those two, so I don't want that. So I want to delete that one. Yeah, there, gone. And now I'm going to join this one again. So I'm going to use my joiner tool, click on that, hold down Shift, or I'm sorry, Control, click on the block, hit play, turn right and left, and yay, that kind of works. But what am I doing wrong? Well, this one, yes. I got to change this one to right X. Now hit play. Left and right, yay, they're both working. This one's going too far though. Okay, so make sure I change that one to -30 as well, and this one to +30. Okay, I think we're good. Hit play. Wheels are moving. Wheels are turning. We're doing awesome. Okay, so let's put a block in there and see if it actually works. So I'm just going to grab a block and draw a block on the ground. Okay, something simple like that. They don't even have to touch. It's amazing. And center this up. I'm not going to take the time to do it, but please center yours up and lift it off the ground some too. And what you should be able to do now is this. Grab your selection tool. Grab that joint. Hold down Control. Grab the car. Grab the servo. Don't grab this one. Grab this other servo. Turn your car. Use your selection tool again. And grab that joint. So back two joints and the front two servos. And what do? I need to right click and do Make Group. I hit play. And yes, it's falling together. Now if I put a ground in right here, click that guy right there. Let's move the ground so we're under it. And hit play. And look, it's kind of working in a strange way. What's wrong? I know. They can't be squares. It thinks it's squares right now. So what you need to do is double click on this bad boy. Or I'm sorry, no, don't double click on it. Click on it once, right click on it. That might be easier. Sketchyphysics, shape, change it to a sphere, and do that for all four of them. Sketchyphysics, shape, sphere. Oh, by the way, it's a good time to save. I would save right now. I'm amazed that mine is not locked up yet. After I get this last one to be a sphere, I will then save. File, save. Voila. I hit play. It turns. And it moves! Hooray! Yours is probably going to move faster. But there you go. I'm going to hit the other car. Whack. Oh, I'm going through it. Even better. Alright. And that's how that works. Now, if you want to get this other car over here to be with it, right click on it and move it. Or just triple click it and move it. Now I'm going to move it back to where it was on the red axis here. And basically, what we're going to do here is get it lined up to where it should be. I don't know if that's about right. Hey, that's like right on. Dang, I'm good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to group it with this white box underneath too. Actually, let's triple click this. That really should be a component. Make component. Why not? Call it car. Whatever you want. And I think from there it'll work. Let's hit play and see what happens. No, it just kind of bounces on top of it and stuff. Yeah, it's not really actually part of it right now. I'm going to lift this up. It's a separate object when you really want to be connected. So instead of this, what we can do is explode this. And I'm going to hold down Control while these are all still selected. I'm also going to click on the car and make that a group instead. Now I'm going to hit play. And it's kind of back heavy or something. So I'm going to double click this and move this down and see if this might do the trick. Hit play. And it still wants to go crazy. That makes a lot of sense. I've had this happen, and it's kind of weird. But a lot of times if I just touch it, like, why would it do that? That doesn't make any sense in the world. That's how you would do it, though. It does usually work. So if the body thing isn't working, you don't actually need that part. All right. Ooh, I don't think I got all the joints. Maybe that's it. I'm gonna undo until it's gone. There we go. And I'm just gonna delete it out. This one works better anyways. You can try throwing a car on top of it. You gotta group it together. You'll get it to work. Give it a whirl. And now this car is broken too. So if ever this happens, undo until the point where it was never part of it, and if I hit play now, it should work. And if it doesn't, I blame Sketchyphysics. This has been an extremely long tutorial, and if you've gone through this and your car works, congratulations. I'm impressed. Thank you.